I didn't betray the corporation. The corporation betrayed me. I wake up in the morning and my first instinct is to check my email. I don't even blink properly before my hand's already fumbling for the phone on the nightstand, hungry for it in some stupid, almost desperate way. No splash of water, no coffee, just the cold screen and the harsh light of notifications. I'm looking for a sign that I exist, that I'm still needed, that somewhere someone relies on me today. Ridiculous. Most of the time, all I find are problems. Emails that start with, "Hey, could you please?" or, "Unfortunately, we need you to." Sterile, impersonal messages from people who probably wouldn't even recognize me on the street. And, ironically, I cling to them because deep down, I still hope that if I fix everything, maybe I'll be just a little less disposable tomorrow. But the truth is, the company doesn't wake up thinking about me. It has no conscience whispering, "Is that guy the one who always replies promptly and sacrifices his evenings for reports? Is he okay? Is he happy? Does he deserve more? Should we keep him close?" No. The company just takes inventory. Is he still useful, earning his paycheck? Could we do without him? That's it. Nothing personal. Nothing human. And there I am, in my pajamas, eyes puffy from sleep, smudging my phone screen, desperate to see if today they'll still let me exist for them. What a sad joke. After decades of wandering through office halls, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that hard work isn't rewarded in the corporate world. More often than not, it's punished. What do I mean by that? I've seen countless people pour their whole lives into the company. They show up early, stay late, work on weekends, miss their kids' games, miss weddings. They bring their laptops on vacation. And more often than not, these are exactly the people who don't get respect from their bosses. I don't know exactly why that is. Maybe to them, you just look like a fool. If you're willing to do extra work for free, with a blind devotion that leads nowhere, that's how it goes. And often, it's exactly the opposite for others. The ones who don't do that. The ones who come in late, have a carefree attitude, crack jokes, even if their work is lacking. Those are the ones who move up, because it's not a meritocracy, it's a personality contest. What matters is who's more likable, more entertaining, more carefree. Those people advance. If you want a promotion, be more social, tell jokes, be the person everyone would like to grab a beer with. That'll help you far more. Sad but true, our relationship with an employer is purely transactional. You give X and they give Y. Anyone who goes beyond that is a sucker because you agreed to do X for Y, but you end up doing X plus Y plus Z plus A, B, and C. And what does the boss say? Perfect, an even better deal for us. Do you really think someone will stand up and say, "Let's pay you more because you're doing so much extra"? It doesn't work like that. You feel it most. On that day, you get a surprise email from HR or your boss inviting you to a meeting in 20 minutes. And you're laid off, along with hundreds of others, because the company wants to become more efficient. And you think, why did they let me go? I worked so hard. I did everything I could to be successful and help the company. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't help you at all. It's even truer for employees desperately trying to stay relevant. We see peers our age being laid off, restructured, quietly pushed out, and we think, I have to prove I'm worth something. Work even harder. But they don't respect you for that. Not at all. Again, the suckers. They see us as irrelevant people, clinging on when maybe we should just let go. You're better off telling jokes, having a drink, being the life of the party. That's how you get ahead. The worst is being the guy or girl stuck at the office late while everyone else is at the bar with a cocktail in hand. Hey, where's Emily? Oh, she's finishing that report due next week. Working on it. All right, I'll order her another beer. And that's it. You don't want to be that person. Emily isn't respected for it. She's the one they all turn to when there's extra work. We're not hiring anyone else. Give it to Emily. She stays late anyway. That's how it is. A cruel world, where you're either the dog that bites or the one that gets bitten. I've seen people dialing into Zoom meetings from Spain, Milan, Lisbon, because they're scared, terrified that if they're not there, even on vacation, they'll be fired. But that won't save them. If they want to get rid of you, they will. Doesn't matter how hard you've worked. Don't be that person calling from Spain saying, "Ah, senor, bring me another beer." Yes, about that report, the numbers don't match up to 12%. No, you don't want to be that person. People see you as insecure, afraid. That's exactly how it comes across. Like you're so unsure of yourself that, while ordering pizza in Naples, you're still talking about company profits. No, don't be that fool. It does nothing for you. Do you own the company? If you do, work as much as you want. If you got shares, get as involved as you like. But you don't. They don't see you as an owner. Just a transactional tool. And when that tool no longer has value, they toss it aside. That's what you are to them. Don't be that fool. I remember Victor, a guy who lived only for the sales department. First one in the building, last one out. One day, the big boss from Germany came by, politely shook everyone's hand, and at the end, Victor was told his position no longer existed. He left with 2 cardboard boxes, holding his notebooks and a picture of himself, alone, on top of a mountain. Meanwhile, the ones who show up late, joke around, take it easy, even if their work is shaky, they're the ones who move up, because it's not a meritocracy. It's a contest of personalities. At our office, there was this woman, Rachel, always smiling, always late. She'd walk in with her coffee and say something funny about the horrible traffic. At lunch, she was the center of the table. Sometimes she'd turn in her reports late, but it didn't matter. The boss adored her. She got 2 promotions in 3 years. Victor? Not a single one. Then there was me. My manager called me in one day, big smile on his face, telling me I was the spearhead of the project. I swallowed the compliment and asked for a tiny raise, just enough to cover my commute. He sighed dramatically and told me, "Unfortunately, there's no budget for the project." But of course, I should keep going because I was doing an extraordinary job. That's when I learned what a spearhead was worth to them. Exactly the price of an unpaid bus fare. Look at all the people being laid off now because companies want to be efficient. You know what efficiency means. Increasing share value for the top 1% who actually own the company. That's it. It has nothing to do with you. Once you understand and accept that, life gets a little easier. Because you start caring a little less. It doesn't weigh on you as much. You become happier, more relaxed. So when you do get laid off, or fired, you'll think, I knew this was coming. And you won't feel like the fool who missed his kids' games and weekends, staying online during that vacation in Lisbon or wherever you might be. I've seen colleagues dialing into Zoom from vacations, sun behind them, terrified to miss a call. But it didn't save them. When they wanted to let them go, they did. There was another guy, Mike, who'd go to Greece with his wife every summer. But the entire vacation he had his phone glued to his ear, answering emails. She took sunset photos while he ran evaluations. 3 years later, he was laid off. His wife left him. All he had left were memories he hadn't truly lived. I knew someone who, after 25 years at the same company, got called into a tiny office where an HR person handed him a termination agreement. No real thank you at all. He walked out to the parking lot holding a cardboard sign that said respect, integrity, family, clutching a cheap plastic trophy that read Employee of the Year and a company branded mug. He gave a bitter laugh, set them carefully on his back seat, and drove off. Cheap symbols for an entire life left behind. Don't be that fool. It's not worth it. It does nothing for you. Be the laid-back guy or girl with a constant smile. That'll take you much further in life. Tell me in the comments if this resonates with you. I know many will see things differently, and that's okay. It's just how I've come to understand the world after all this. Thank you for listening. And if this meant something to you, don't hesitate to subscribe. Until next time, I hope you find your own way.